Greetings and salutations, and welcome back once again to Campaign Leipzig the with Ney on the Katzbach. For a second, I was going to say the Battle of Dresden. No, this is not Dresden. This is before Dresden. Think, brain. But where we left off, my attack was having an effect, but I was still paying a bloody price for it. Loristan's 5th Corps was successfully starting to withdraw from its action on the right bank, on my right, his left, when it comes to the side of the river. But let us see what my opponent has done. He had also crossed some forces onto my bank of the river from their Russian side, so we need to take care of that quickly before that situation gets any worse. Ow! This is gonna hurt. Oof. Cossacks are moving up, naturally. They are charging, interestingly enough. They are charging, not surprisingly. They're going to be charging them and smashing that battalion into smithereens. So that battalion there is going to get absolutely smashed apart. There was not a whole lot I could do about it, unfortunately. He's trying he really wants to turn my retirement into a rout, so hence he's charging a lot of cavalry forward. And then he's going to naturally capture those skirmishers out, which makes sense. So they are at 97% strength. I doubt they're going to be that after this charge. They're probably going to lose a good 300 odd men, I would say. So 400. Yeah, what are they up to? He's deploying them along the bank, naturally. He's obviously seen my reaction to him crossing the river. So he's reacting to my reaction. Which again makes sense. He crossed the river to try and take off pressure on the Prussians, because the Prussians were under a lot of pressure, being hit by both the 3rd and the 11th Corps, plus the 1st Cavalry Corps. So they were under a lot of pressure, so he obviously wanted to relieve them because he saw the opportunity to just cross the river. So he did. Which makes sense. Those boys are probably going to run as well. Wouldn't surprise me. He's deploying more grenadiers to the centre of his line, which makes sense. The continuous just plinking away of skirmishers between us remains pesky, if nothing else. Five men there. Oof, that hurt. 13 men just gone. Bang, hit those landwehr as they fall back. He deploys his Silesian cavalry there. Yeah, as you see, he's basically pulling back his line, trying to reform it. Hence those guns start moving, those guns turn. All in all, my intention is to ensure that he just has too many targets to shoot at. He's going to hit those boys probably in the flank and rout them and probably smash them up as well. Which will probably rout this brigade in the orchard. But, nothing I could really do about that. Now, over here, the situation is equally as atrocious. He just blasted up Mike. My guns are starting to take a toll on him. But to be fair, his guns have also been taking a horrific-ass toll on me. Case in point. So, again, all things considered... Ow! 69 men just gone instantly. Yeah, those boys might be gone, unfortunately. I sort of knew that would happen when I charged the squadron in, but... Those guns are the Thuringian Brigade. Lose 17 men, 18 men. Oh boy, that's going to hurt. He's going to hit them in the side. Not charging, thankfully, but it's still going to be hitting me in the side. His cavalry's charging. Well, it's counter-charging. It's counter-charging my counter-charge, which I will then probably counter-charge. What's the losses like at the moment? Ooh. Ugh. Awful. Absolute awful. They hit them. And the Cossacks hit the square, but no. Yeah, I figured that would happen. And then those are captured. I get driven out of there. Ow. Well, that was unfortunate. And as you can see, just utter chaos everywhere. They are isolated. 51 units undisorder. 19 units rally. 24 units rout. 6 units recover fatigue. And 4 units resupplied, and then some random bridge damage. Ugh, that is unholy mess. That is just an unholy mess. 1, 2, 3. Alright, you run that way. You can move forward, and then you run that way. And run. And then these boys run. You can go there, form square. You will go that way. Advance that way. That way. Again, as I try and just withdraw, it's gonna be incredibly hard to do so. Just because of the situation. You go there. There. Alright, that should at least hold up whatever he plans to do. Let's do the guns. You can't see anything. You can, however. And so you will shoot. You are 10 guns here. You will shoot at these boys. You will shoot at them. Foot battery up here. First at the first foot battery. Bang there. And then there. 5. Shoot at them. Wasn't able to do much, but something is better than nothing. Nice. Got another gun. So my gun loss is suddenly spiked because of that charge, unfortunately. There's another gun. As I just look to pick off guns, essentially, at this point. And there's another gun. You will blast them in the face for me. You didn't do that much, but something's better than nothing. Alright, now, this should hurt him a lot. Yes, it did. Over 100 men just whomp. Instantly. And these boys are now to actually, quote, fall back, I think, because, well, they're disordered. They're just not in a good spot. So let's get them out of my way. Which in turn allows me to do this. And blow away another good... not quite 100, but at least a good chunk of those battalions. This 5.9 howitzer will shoot at them. You will shoot at these dragoons. Ooh, who just got injured? Oh, he just got killed. You shall blast them in the face, please, and thank you. Alright, you will have to fall back. There's nothing I can really do with you. You will advance, and when the time comes, point-blank range blast someone in the face. Who are you? You're just a skirmisher that's been reduced to one man. Yeah, that sort of makes sense. You are routing. You are routing. Alright. Yeah, again, these boys are just captured at this point. No way I can get anywhere from there. No escaping that. $145th. You will all fall back as well, as will you, as will you two. Unsurprisingly, so will you. And now, de Orgenville, you'll go that way. Let us also get... I will actually come back to that, because I got sidetracked again, didn't I? Because of the damn guns. I blame you, guns! Unlimber these guns here, and then blast. I've got... We'll blast them on the opposite bank. You shall blast up here. Blast them. You shall point blank range blast them. Ooh, blast them, please. Let's get you out of the way. And get you trying to rally them. The 144th. Bard and foot guns. Horse battery. Into them. Hessian battery into them. And then what can you... Alright, let's do this. Bardens will advance to there and do that. The Hessians will turn and then fall back to there to open fire. You are to pull back up there. You will go that way. You are to fall back up there. And then you will basically fall back with them. The Prince of Hesse will basically look to guard the flank. And then you will fall back to regroup with the rest. 7th Chasseur, you are going to go back to rejoin the rest of the 7th. Dumoulin is to fall back. First of the 11th Hussars. You are just completely trapped. There's nothing I can do for you. There's nothing I can do for you. Unless I perhaps do something radical, I guess? Radical might be the only option I have. Try and finish them off with musketry. Eesh. Let's get you out of my way. Fourth of the 20th. 24th, 20th, Hussar. These boys will go that way. You'll go there and just try and plink at them. While I try and find a way to get out of this kooky rat's nest that I'm stuck in. Truth be told, I don't think I am going to get out of this rat's nest that I've got myself stuck in. What's my losses? 15,000. Yeah, I think that will do. For one day. Definitely think that's probably enough for the one day. But just so I can at least say I've done something, let's try and finish off Bieberstein's cavalry. If I can finish off Bieberstein's cav, I will be, yeah, at least happy with that. Move forward, shoot at this lot. And now, while I could charge what remains of my heavy cavalry, I really, really do not want to. Because it'd be bad. That would be bad for one's health. And the state of one's army. Because my army is not in a happy cappy state at the moment. Let us. You will blast that square because you can see it. It's not a lot, but every little bit helps. Now then, you are going to keep on making your way to joining with them. You will fall back as well. Monnier and his brigade. Monnier and his brigade is to try and not necessarily change much, but I want him to I think that's about all I'm going to really get out of the 11th Corps. Plinkett you. General Bardet. You are actually going to fall back behind the guns. Because they are not in a happy spot. What about you? Can you... You can see this lot, so you're going to open fire. As for you, you can see this lot, so open fire. And I think that is that when it comes to actual guns that can see things. Because this lot certainly can't. Volley them. Plink at your side. As for you, you will exchange fire with them. Very nice. Let's fall back with you to basically try and prevent anything too wacky from happening. What if I send... 2nd Squadron of the 23rd will move up and look to finish them off. General Stockholm. General Horn will basically try and help keep the pressure ongoing over here. Now, you will fall back. You two will fall back. Baden Dragoons fall back, unsurprisingly. As I basically try and rally this unholy mess that I've got happening here. The 12th Chasseurs, or what's left of them, the Hussars, Baden Dragoons, Hussar, and unsurprisingly, the Hussar, and last but not least, the 11th Chasseur. For the most part, my position is now not exactly brilliant, but workable, I would say. As for this unholy mess, we're going to try and fix it. What have I lost? Nearly 15,000 to his 9? So, let's push. I think that is that. I suppose I can bring you that way. That is not everything, though. Because I now remembered. I could try and force my way across the river at the ford. Force my way across the river with that battalion. These, the one for you will advance, form line. And open fire. Advance. Form line. Open fire. As I try and keep him somewhat under pressure. Detach skirmishers. I could advance. Advance. 10 men there. There we go. Can you get up there? No, you cannot. So, you're not really even worth moving. And then, what do I do with you? Form line or advance? I think for you, I'm actually just going to advance. And then Lauriston will move to do that. And so on and so forth. Don't think there's any. The Italians are in, as I said, atrocious state. I think now it's just a case of trying to keep it going. This is not going to become a win for either side. It's just a case of trying to keep my losses further down, because these are quite atrocious and need addressing. So let's go there, there. General Soyam is in a reasonable location. General Breyer. General Bowerman. Now, what else can I do to try and fix this mess? I am not entirely sure. He is going to get the first squadron of the 2nd Carabineers, though. No two ways about that, unfortunately. So they are just going to be, quote, removed from the order of battle. Alrighty. Cavalry-wise, I've lost, what, 2,500 to his 3,500. Alright, let's push onwards to the melee. I did not capture Bieberstein, unfortunately. Let us storm into that orchard. Ooh. The losses continue to be less than ideal. Major Hiller. I think He's lost half the infantry I have. He's also lost 1,000 more cavalry, so he's 9,500 to my... Ooh, what is that? Almost 15,000. All things considered, he's lost 26 guns to my 19. Most of them were here. 10 of them were here. Captured in one go, unfortunately. And then overall, I think all things considered, the situation could be a lot worse. So we shall push onwards. So I hope you have enjoyed this. Changing to overcast and soggy. Lovely. So the ground will become soggy, which is not exactly brilliant, but not exactly the worst. It's not Dresden levels of worthless weather, where literally you can't actually use a musket at Dresden because, well, it's so damn wet. Because it's just a torrential thunderstorm ongoing. Still, I'm fairly happy, all things considered, given there was literally no cover for an advance, really, and I've had to fight tooth and nail against him. I will take it. So, for now, I thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. If you have, please consider hitting that thumbs up, subscribing, leaving a comment, you know, the usual. But I hope you all have a good day, and I will see you all very, very soon. So, bye-bye for now.